Robyn, and welcome to another fun card making tutorial today on mypinkstamper.com. Today I'm going to show you a card that is made using our Free as a Bird bundle that is available now in our current annual catalog, and I just think you're going to love it. So we'll go ahead and jump right in and get started. Are you all as excited as I am to get going on this card? I'm using some of our fun new framelits as well in this card, and I will show you a close-up of the card at the very end of this video, and I'm just going to walk you through this step by step. I'm using the Free as a Bird stamp set along with the coordinating, I believe it's called Stitched Nested Labels. I will have the name of it on the screen for you. Everything you see in today's video can be ordered directly from my shopping page, mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. I will have all of the information in the box below if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching this from my website, it'll be right here on the same post as this video is featured. Okay, so this is a really cute and fun stamp set. You can use it different ways. You don't have to color it in. I am going to be coloring it in today using some of our stamping blends. But I'm going to walk you through this step by step. Anyone can make this card, super simple, easy to do. We'll start with some of our stamping first. Now we're just stamping twice on this card. And I'm using this bird here, and I'm also using the thank you. So I'm actually going to use this card for some of my customer thank you cards that I send out to my customers who place online orders with me. So I think this would be just a really beautiful and fun spring card for them. And I'm pulling out my MEMENTO Tuxedo Black ink pad. I'll clean this all up so it's all clean for us. And I have, oops. And I'm gonna make a mess. It's okay. You have to have inky fingers. Well, not always, but sometimes, yes. All right, I'm using a scrap piece of our thick Whisper White cardstock. Now, I've chosen the thick versus the regular Whisper White cardstock because I am using our Stampin' Blend alcohol-based markers, and they do seep through if you're using a thinner cardstock, so it's nice to use the thick. Don't forget to use a piece of paper behind if you are just using our regular Whisper White. I'm just going to stamp it like that. Now I'm taking the thank you, and what I love about this stamp set, there's so many different sentiments. So if you're looking for an all occasion type of a stamp set, this has hello, thank you, and my favorite, we're the best of friends. I really like that, but I used this stamp instead of this. So if I would have used this image, I would have probably added we're the best of friends, but I'm just using the thank you. I'll set that aside. Make sure it's not upside down, and it was. That would have been fun. And I'm using a piece of our PEAR PIZZAZZ cardstock. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And I'm just going to do the bottom right as close as I can get to the edge, and I'll show you why in just a little bit. That's all of the stamping I'm doing on this card. Now I will zoom in for you to give you a closer look of the coloring. The coloring is super simple, what I'm doing today. I like to start with the lightest color. So I'm starting with the light Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blends. Now I usually say blend, but it's blends on here. These have the bullet tip and they have the brush tip. I should have just grabbed the bullet, but that's okay. These are our alcohol-based, they're called blends because you can blend them, and I'm going to show you just a little bit how to do that. I'm next. Now I'm going to use I'm mixing up two combinations. I'm using the dark Bermuda Bay, and then I'm using a whole different color in just a second. So I'm going to grab the bullet tip, and I really like our stamps because they have the lines for you if you want to shade and kind of contour. So I just add the dark lines kind of where are the darker ink that I want to blend in. Just kind of add it where they have the lines. Just here and there. The great thing about coloring for me is that I don't have to stay inside the lines because I typically don't. If you want to stay in the lines, you can totally do that as well, but I'm okay with staying out of lines. Now I'm using the light. Now I'm using Dark Pool Party. And I'm just going to blend this together and kind of keep going over it a little bit. And it will just blend it, and it gives it a nice, gives it more definition. It's just really pretty. What I like about birds is you can color them in any color combination you want. I'm a bird. My name is Robyn. So I love birds, and I love to color them pink, brown, blue, whatever you want to color them, you can do it. This next Stampin' Blends that I'm using is our light crumb cake, and I just thought it was appropriate that my bird is sitting on either dirt or a branch or something like that. So I'm just going to kind of have it like that, and then it kind of absorbs. I like our blends too because you don't see the lines after. They just blend. These are only $4.50 per pen. Really great investment for your crafting room or your craft room, craft area. All right, so now I'm going to pull out my die cutting machine. I'm going to zoom back out. All right, I'm using the Big Shot. Our new dies work with any of the hand cranked die cutting machines. All right, I'm going to be using our layering circles. This is a full set that comes with smooth circles as well as scallop circles. I'm just using this one right here. I believe it's maybe the third size from the bottom, if that makes any sense. And I want the tail to be in it, so I just kind of scooched it over. I'm also going to be putting this piece on here, and then I'm using the nested label. If I'm saying this wrong, I will again have the right name on the screen. I don't have my catalog in front of me, but I'm going to make this kind of a window-ish card. The great thing about using the framelits is you can make window cards, you can do all sorts of fun things. Let me grab my cutting pad and just run this through. Okay, and I'll show you what these look like if you've never seen anything like this. They just punch out like that. Now I have a circle. You could also use a circle punch. We do have one that's close to this size, but I like having the framelits so you could use them for just so many different things. There's so many sizes on there. Set that over here, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to very carefully, these are some fun dies that we have because they are twofold. So you have the one image and shape, but also the part that you are punching it out of has the stitched on it. If you can see that, there's a stitched around it, so it gives it some fun texture. And then I could set this aside to use later. I'll put that in my scraps and set that aside. Oh, I have one more thing that I'm going to cut out. I have a piece of our basic black cardstock. It's right here, and it's just a scrap. They come in 8.5 by 11 sheets. And then I'm just going to put that on here. This is just the smaller size of that nested label. It's gonna be really funny if the whole entire video I'm calling it the wrong name, and I've done that before. But usually I figure it out in editing when I'm editing the videos. Okay, so now I'm gonna carefully pull this out. I'm not using that part. I'm going to be using this part, and I just carefully pull them like this, and you probably can't see it super well. Did that make sense? Okay, there you can. All right, I have everything ready to go besides one more thing I need to run through this die cutting machine. I'm going to be doing a little embossing with our corrugated embossing folder, and I have a piece of our Bermuda Bay cardstock. This is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I want it to be landscape. I've been told, so the long way is landscape, and portrait is like a picture. So if you think of a portrait, a picture. Okay, just a little bit of, you know, for those of you who may not have known that. I was one of you that didn't know it, so don't worry. I don't know mostly anything. I know some things, but there's still a lot I have to learn. Lots and lots. And I love learning new things. So, okay, I ran that through, and this has given me a fun embossed, look at that, Here we go. Put that over, and now I'm going to put this all together to make a beautiful card for you. That's the card that you saw at the beginning. This is a piece of our thick Whisper White cardstock. It's cut at 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and I've scored it at 4.25. We have a tool called the Simply Scoring Tool, and you can score and make boxes and all sorts of fun things, but I can use it also on my card bases. I'm gonna fold that in half. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put this down on top of that. I'm using our SNAIL adhesive. And when you're using embossed paper, even heat embossed, if you're doing a whole heat embossed background, it's important that you put your adhesive on all 4 sides, and then you can put it on here evenly. And it'll scrunch it up a little bit because it's making it like this. So it scrunches it up. So you'll see a little bit more on the top and the bottom than on the sides, and that's totally okay. Okay, now I'm going to take some of our foam adhesive strips. These come, I believe they're 8 inches. They come in a pack of 2 sheets, is that right? You get quite a bit of them. And I like these because you can use them on bigger surfaces. And I just grab the size I need and then I pull it off. So you can just like simply, well, of course on video it doesn't look as easy, but it is super easy. And then I just take the little piece and I'm gonna do the end right here. And then I'll turn it. I'll do the same thing super fast. Just pull it off. And I'm gonna use it again one more time after this. So I'll leave it out. And here we go. I'm gonna pull off the backing strips. And I hope some of you are making this along with me. It is just so rewarding to make your own hand-stamped cards, give them to your family and friends, and watch the reaction that they give you when you give them something. They say, "You made this?" And you say, "I sure did." Okay, now I need to get over the top of this because I'm in a weird angle. Okay, so I have that on here. Isn't that fun? So this gives me the background and it's popped up. But what I'm going to do next is gonna blow your mind. No, it's probably not. It's just something that's really cool. I love it a lot. I like it a lot and I love it a lot. So I'm doing the same thing. These foam strips are life-changing when you're using big, if you guys scrapbook, you make a lot of 3D items. Now watch, of course I'm having problems, but these are so fast. And I love our dimensionals as well. And I'm gonna use them on one item. So I'm going to put that on here, put that in the box evenly. So you kind of just see the texture peeking through. Look at that, isn't that so fun? Now we're gonna take our beautiful bird and I'm gonna take some of our, this is our Bermuda striped ribbon. These come in roll, this is a 10-yard roll. It's called mini striped ribbon, but this is the Bermuda Bay. So I am just going to cut it like this. Where are my scissors? I had some, here's my paper snips. Kind of had a hot mess today. Yesterday was the release of our the new catalog that this is in, and I was having so much fun showcasing all of the projects that I've made with my customers and my viewers. So it's just my mess. My craft room is very messy. And yours is probably messy too. I do like to clean it up before I start creating though. Are you like that? I have to start with a clean slate, a clean canvas, and then it gets crazy. All right, so I just taped on using some regular tape. And I have this back here just to kind of show a little bit of ribbon coming through. And now I'm just grabbing our Stampin' Dimensionals and I'm gonna put probably 3 on here. These come in a pack of 300. They're really great deal, and I use them all the time on every project practically. Probably every project now that I'm thinking about it. And I'm going to just add this kind of off to the left a little bit. And now I have 2 cards ready for my customers. I'm so excited. I'll get caught up today. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more of my online video tutorials. Don't forget to click the little notification bell so you'll be notified when I've uploaded a new video. You can find me over on my blog and website, mypinkstamper.com. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.